Welcome to BANGUSA Inc.
Don't get me wrong, spit about it. Throw your hands up. Everyone's talking about how much guns they got. Everyone's talking about how much they keep it real. And everyone's talking about how many niggas they kill. But I wanna know how everybody's a gangster. Where's the snitches at? Where's the bitches at? Where's the niggas that just can't take the pressure, man? Where's the set trippers, the fiends, and backstabbers? Cause I wanna know how everybody's a gangster. Going around, we can get it on. Listen, but if you tryna shine, the nigga I'd advise throw some glitter on. This nigga wrong, heard the flow. Third for show, bite the hand that feeds you, deserve to choke. But shit, I ain't mad, we could burn the smoke. Shit, I'm cool, I bought a noose, you could learn the ropes. I show you how you be a everybody, everything. And Blade the pump, they never gave a fuck about them anyway. Any day, you might see me with the link when it's out 3. Truthfully, I give a fuck what they thinking about me. I don't know y'all niggas from a hole in the wall. Shit stain all soaking the drawers. I came knocking for the gang, nigga, open the door. Pain stopping at your brain when I'm holding the ball. 3 holes in his head, you can ball with the ball. And I know that you know that I know that you ain't sure if I got my cash up, Mag Tucker, if I'm just vulnerable. The ladder's not likely, dog, and I don't mind showing you. Pine cone to you, letting God get a hold of you, knowing that it's my time and I'm overdue. What? But everyone's talking about how much guns they got. Everyone's talking about how much they keep it real. And everyone's talking about how many niggas they kill. But I wanna know how everybody's a gangster. Where's the snitches at? Where's the bitches at? Where's the niggas that just can't take the pressure, man? Where's the set trippers, the fiends, and backstabbers? I'm just trying to know how everybody's.
PU double. Ready. Get him. Oh, PU double. Salute. Welcome to BANGUSA Sports. I'm your host, the BANGUSA, and welcome back. We're gonna do a quick live today because I missed the last 2 nights. Been some things that came up, wasn't able to make it, but I have watched these games, right? So we're gonna recap these games. 2025 NBA playing, Raw Intentions versus Refined Resistance, Culture Not Yet Cooked episode, right? And that's what I came up with. Because last night we had the Heat culture, and we had the Mavs culture. And we had the Kings playing the Mavs, and we had the Bulls culture. Bulls playing the Heat. Bunch of cultured teams that have been in the playoffs, teams that got bumped out of the playoffs 3 straight years and playing. And it was just embarrassing, man. Like, honestly, like, let me just make sure. Yeah. So it's just embarrassing, man. The Bulls, what happened, bro? What happened? What happened to the Kobe Whites? What happened to the Zoes? What happened, yo? Oh, Bulls, man. So they go out once more. They get defeated by the Heat, and Heat was on fire last night. We had Tyler Hero is what happened to the Bulls, man. Hero playing in hero mode. Went 8 for 8 to start the game. They just didn't have no answer for him. All of a sudden, the Heat culture starts to post. Yeah. So I don't know what to say about them, man. They got some work to do. Do they keep Zoe? We'll get into all of that, man. But yeah, we had. Let me pull up the score and the box score so we could go over some things. But salute, man. Welcome to BANGUSA Sports, man. We'll get into everything. I just want to get the box scores up so we could talk honestly about them, and we'll go from there, man. Yeah, it was just outscored in the first, 39-28, outscored in the second, 32-19. That second quarter was horrible for the Bulls. But then they respond after the half, 27 points. And the Heat had a horrible third quarter. So they had a chance to get back in that game, and they just couldn't do it. They was outplayed all game. Bam Adebayo, 36 minutes, 15 points. That's not enough, Bam. That's not enough. There's no Jimmy Butler there no more, and Jimmy used to feed Bam, and he still will give you 15 to 18 points, and then one night he'll just decide to go on a scoring and take advantage. That's Jimmy pushing them, but with Jimmy gone, Bam is supposed to be more assertive, and 6 of 16, that's not good, bro. 1 of 5, why is Bam Adebayo taking 5 3-pointers anyway? You could get 1 to 3 of those a game. But why are you taking 3-pointers, man? Get your ass in the post and get your rebounds and get your points, bro. It's simple basketball, man. Pick and roll. He'd rather pick and pop than pick and roll. Then Andrew Wiggins, 35 minutes, 20 points. That could make a big difference for them if Wiggins is scoring that. You know what I mean? Then you got the young boy Kelly Ware, 22 minutes, 6 points. Tyler Herro, 37 minutes, capping the whole team with that. 13 of 19, 3 for 7 from three-point land. 9 of 10 from the free throw line. So he's getting fouled a lot. He was just dominating the game. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 38 points. 38 points for Tyler Herro. That's amazing, man. Davion Mitchell, 15 points in 33 minutes. I'm only saying the people that actually produce. Kyle Anderson, 23 minutes, no points. That's horrible, bro. That's horrible. 23 minutes. Duncan Robinson, 17 minutes, 8 points. He needs to be better. Hayward Highsmith, 18 minutes, 5 points. 1 rebound, Jaime Jaquez, only 1 minute last night. What's going on with Jaime Jaquez, man? Get him in the game, bruh. What's going on, coach? They won, though. They won, so I can't say anything. So that was the Heat box score. This Montez Bazelis kid that was in the slam dunk contest, watch out for him. He's gonna be a better player. But he only had 9 points in 35 minutes last night. Not good enough. Kevin Horter, 32 minutes, 10 points. Not good enough. Nikola Vucevic, 38 minutes, 6 of 13, 2 of 5 from three-point land, 16 points with 12 rebounds. Dude got 12 rebounds. And only got 16 points. Come on, Nikola. 38 minutes. Kobe White, 42 minutes. 5 of 20. 3 of 12 from three-point land. 4 of 5 from the free throw line. 17 points. Horrible. 5 of 20? You missed 15 shots, Kobe White? In 42 minutes? Oh, no. Go sit your ass down. Josh Giddey. 40 minutes, 9 of 21. Better than Kobe White, but he could do better than that. Almost 50% though. 2 of 7 from three-point land, 5 of 6 from free throw line, 10 rebounds and 25 points. You know what I mean? So he could definitely be better, but nobody else was doing anything, so I get it. He could be more fit. He was the most efficient on the team. Giddey can't do it by himself. But since he went to the Bulls, he looks better. He hasn't died. He was digressing in OKC. I mean, he did have a lot going on at the time, but he was digressing over there. Bulls, 40% from the field, 27 from three-point land. You're never going to win a game if you're under 30% from three-point land. Heat, 49% field goal range, 37% at three-point land. Out-rebounded the Bulls, 45 to 38. 30 assists, 15 more assists than the Bulls. 10 steals for the Heat, 9 steals for the Bulls. 7 blocks for the Heat, 4 blocks for the Bulls. Total turnovers. Bulls lead the game with 17 turnovers, but the Heat was right behind them with 15. So this game should have been a better game, but it wasn't. It wasn't even close. Heat left from beginning to end, and now they set themselves up to go play for the AC against the Hawks. Now the Heat been in the playoffs. They made deep runs in the playoffs. They actually won out of the play-in position and beat a lot of teams. But that is the long path, and that is the path they seem to keep choosing. That's too many games. It's too many games. You got to play too many games against too many different types of teams. Y'all can't be playing in the play-in, bro. Y'all gotta have a seeding, like, and try to play for home court advantage. Like, y'all always playing on the road, on the run, like. So I don't expect the Heat. I expect the Heat to win this next game against the Hawks. I feel like they're better. They're the better team overall. They got the better talent overall. But I don't expect them to make noise. I think they go to that first game against the Bulls, that first round series against the Boston, and Boston wipes them. Boston gonna wipe them clean. I'll get disrespectful and say they'll sweep them, but Heat coach will give you. They'll get one game, but I don't even see that. Like, honestly. All right, so now that was the Bulls and Heat game. Salute to Tyler Herro. He was on his Dean. It's on his Dean. Sir Charles salute. Hashtag Kings. Yeah, that was who you picked last night. That's the Laker guy right there. Yeah. Welcome. Thanks for coming in, man. So how you feel about what I was saying? Am I wrong? Am I wrong for going at these guys too hard? The Bulls, am I wrong for going at the Bulls so hard? Like, they got to be better, bro. I expected a better game. I seen them the last 2 weeks play better, more competitive basketball than I seen last night, man. And don't make it seem like it was the Heat defense that did it to them, that stifled them. They didn't come in ready for that game. And the Heat, playing a little bit better, made them look silly. Like, it's crazy. All right. Welcome to BANGUSASPORTS 2025 NBA playing Raw Intentions versus Refined Resistance Culture Not Yet Cooked episode. Right? Meets defenses that bite by the Bangusa. Thank you for coming into the play-in showdown, executive explosion, and east-west warpaths. I just did a little video on this. We'll watch it in a second. But I want to talk a little freely and freestyle right now, right? But before I do that, let's talk about what I based this episode on. There's a lot of different things to talk about today. This is the 2025 NBA playing tournament. Has delivered high drama, that's for sure. Couple of good matchups. Harder truth, where every possession holds postseason weight and every storyline feels personal. This week, 2 elimination showdowns, pit hope against grit, potential against principle, and chaos against control. In the East, it was Chicago's raw shot making against Miami's seasoned soul. Out West, Sacramento's explosive ambition met Dallas' defiant discipline and defense. Both games ended in separation. Both exposed who was built for the Heat and competition and ultimately the playoffs. They still not in yet, playing for that 8 seed They have one more matchup on Friday, and let's go. Welcome to the play-in recap, where the postseason passing meets front office fireworks, and the play-in tournament reveals who's truly playoff proof. And we ain't get to the tournament yet, but the play-in, we are there. But before we talk about the play-in, there was news on the wire. Pelicans land a legend. Joe Dumars is back in the building, not as a player, not as a coach, but maybe the most powerful addition in the West as executive MVP and basketball operations. Dumars brings Hall of Fame wisdom, championship credibility, and league-wide clout to the Pelicans franchise hungry for a real postseason power and dominance. I think they made the playoffs once, and they've just been horrible ever since the AD trade. AD don't want a chip. He done went to his second team since leaving them. They're back in the playoffs, and the Pelicans still ain't in the playoffs. That's what the likings of Zion Williamson and a few other stars over there. They've been a complete disappointment as year after year. Everybody keeps getting injured, and there's no discipline there, right? No discipline. So they fired their GM and hired Joe Dumars. Compare that to Sacramento, who after last night's game to Dallas and lost to Dallas. Well, before the game, it was rumored that Monty McClair was on the hot seat. And after the game, terminated on mutual terms or whatever. Took swings at DeRozan and Levine, bring them to Sacramento, fired Mike Brown, got rid of De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs, but is now stuck in neutral. The coach is unclear over there in Sacramento. They seem to have some good players, but they too small. So the first thing they need to do is go get a center. Not to shit on Sabonis, he's just too small. He's a hell of a player, but he's too small. Can't block AD. You can't block Gafford. You too small. Play the power forward, and you need to play the power forward position, and in some cases the small forward position, and extend your game. But that takes a coach to do that. He's always been running the center position. He's too small for the center position. Everybody's coming with big men now, and though he's a hustler and it might have worked in the years prior, everybody's aware of his game, and it's easy. So that's easy buckets over there. So Sacramento really needs to get that together. So Monty McClair, gone, fired. Get out of here. No, I hear he has other opportunities coming. And he will be a GM in this league next year. It just won't be for Sacramento. God help him and the team he's going to. Because how you didn't see you needed a center for 4 or 5 years, especially when battling with Golden State Warriors in those playoffs and all that. And you should have got you a center immediately. Y'all too small. Y'all was too small with De'Aaron Fox. And you trying to stay small and bring in more shooting? Like Zach LaVine looked like he started well last night and just died out. Their most active player was DeMar DeRozan. And we seen what that looks like. DeRozan is a great perimeter scorer. Take a team, but he cannot carry a team. He never could. Nola bets on the foundation. Sacramento chases fireworks. One feels steady, the other feels slippery. Yeah. You think? So let's get to the Dallas-Sacramento game since I'm talking about it. And yeah, man, y'all got some things to do. Kings, I get y'all went out there and got some talent, but first quarter was competitive. 29-27 first quarter, 2 points off. Second quarter was abysmal. Dallas goes on a 44-point splurge. Klay Thompson is activated and firing on all cylinders, firing at will, splash brothering, and Sacramento got closed out. Nobody stepped up while Klay was doing that. Nobody stepped up. And AD was struggling in the first quarter. He started to put it together, and there you go. AD got dominant, not only defensively, offensively. And the Kings got squashed. 44-19 in the second quarter, go to the half. They come out the half. They win the third quarter. 33-28, not by much, 5 points or so. And the rest was history. They win the last quarter, 25-21. 4 points there. They won the second quarter by what? Six points? 5 points. The third quarter and the fourth quarter, the Kings won by 5 points and 4 points. But they gave up so much in the second quarter, 44-19, 25 points. They gave up 25 points, like that that was unanswered. So you score 5 and you score 4 more in those next 2 quarters. It's not enough. You had to make 25. You had to make up for 25. They were made up for 9 points. And that's the game. 120-106. Like, embarrassing, bro. Like, really. Let's go to the box score. P.J. Washington, 37 minutes, 5 of 15. He needs to be better. 1 of 6 from three-point land. But you know what? He keeps playing. 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 17 points. P.J. Washington, you getting all them minutes? You got to be better. You want Dallas to be dominant? You got to be better, P.J. Washington. Because 5 of 15, even if you go 9 of 15 every game in 37 minutes, go 10 of 15, but 5 of 15, 8 of 15, but 5 of 15, nah, that's not good enough. 1 of 6, nah, that's not good enough. But luckily, you got people covering your back. But 5 of 15 in 37 minutes, unacceptable, P.J. Washington. You got to be better. And if he is better, y'all, that team is scarier. Let's go to the next one. Anthony Davis, 35 minutes. P.J. Washington played more than Anthony Davis last night. 9 of 23. Same thing. But at least he almost 50%. But same thing, though. 9 of 23 shots. You got to be 10 of 20. You got to be hitting. You got to be 12 of 23. Like, you got to hit more of your shot, Anthony Davis. He was off in the first quarter, though. But 3 of 6 from three-point land, 50%, that's good. 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds. He needs to grab 10 rebounds. You big enough, you active enough. 35 minutes is enough time to grab at least 10 or more rebounds a game for Anthony Davis. I know I'm just for the fan, by the fan, but this is basketball, baby. And that's your position. You play in center and power forward. There's no reason why you should not be getting 10 rebounds in 35 minutes. But we off one. You had a great game. I'm just letting you know. I'm not taking no slack off of any of y'all. 35 minutes, 27 points, great. But that's a lot of missed shots, 9 of 23. That's a lot of close missed shots because it's only 3 of those are missed shots from three-pointers. So that's shots inside the perimeter, by the post, getting blocked. Like, no, you got to be better. You are Anthony Davis. That's what they've been telling you for years. You got to be better. Derek Lively in 18 minutes, 2 of 5, gets a big dunk in there, didn't do much. 1 or 2 from the line, 1 rebound. He needs to have more rebound. He is the center. 1 rebound in 18 minutes. That's crazy. But he has 5 points and 4 assists. So Derek Lively is active. I respect them. They need to give him more minutes, though. At some point, he needs to get over the 20-minute mark. Give him some more minutes. Give him some of PJ minutes. 37 minutes for PJ. PJ shouldn't be getting no 37 minutes. You better give him more like 33, 32. We in playoffs, but if he going 5 or 15, dude, 32 minutes is good to do that. Klay Thompson, splash brother himself, boy. 33 minutes, 8 of 11 from the field, 5 of 7 from 3-point land, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, couple of steals, 23 points. That is a dominant game for Klay Thompson. I don't have nothing to say. Klay, you gotta play like that every night, bro. I know you a shooter and shooters gonna shoot the ball, but the way he was looking last night was Klay Thompson splash brother nice. He must have been inspired by Steph the other night, because Steph went off and got in, and he said he wanted to make sure Dallas felt proud about the team and all of that stuff. So, yeah, Klay Thompson, salute to Klay, slaying it last night. 33 minutes. Look, Klay Thompson get 33 minutes and P.J. Washington gets 37. Are y'all crazy? Najee Marshall, this guy right here. Najee Marshall, this is one of the big guys I was talking about. They got 4 of them. They're going to be a mismatch, 4 aggressive big guys. Najee Marshall, Derek Lively, P.J. Washington, Daniel Gafford, and Anthony Davis. They got 5 big men that's getting heavy minutes. One played 37, one played 35, one played 29, the other one played 20. That is wild. And that's, I kind of like that. J Kidd, man. That's J Kidd right there. He giving them heavy minutes. He letting them figure it out. You know what I mean? But back to Najee Marshall, 29 minutes, 4-6. 1 of 3 from the 3-point land, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 9 points. So pretty decent game. A lot of minutes though. He needs to be better, but 4-6 is better than 50%. And so you really can't complain about that. Daniel Gafford, another big man, 20 minutes, 3 or 4 from the field, missed 1 shot, making them foul him. Got 3 or 4 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, another 9 points in 20 minutes. Najee Marshall gave them 9 points in 29 minutes. So they need to give some of them minutes to Derek Lively. You could take 2 or 3 minutes from Najee Marshall. Get him 3 minutes to Daniel Gafford. That's 23 minutes that he would technically have. And take the 5 extra minutes from P.J. Washington and give it to Derek Lively, man. And continue to dominate. Dante Exum makes an appearance last night, 19 minutes, 4-4 from the field, though. That's big. 1-1 from 3-point land, 2-2 from the free throw line. That is a plus game for Dante Exum. You need to give him some minutes. He was perfect from the field last night. 6 assists, 11 points. You know what I mean? Brandon Williams, man. Salute to Brandon Williams. He came in. He's covering for Kyrie. He's a rookie point guard. And in his minutes, he's been positive. 18 minutes, 5 of 8, 3 for 4 from 3-point land, 4 from the free throw line, 17 minutes and 5 assists. That's all they need. They just need decent play from their point guard position and everybody else. needs to be more efficient. And this team is beastie. I kind of see Nico's vision. So I hear corporate media say, oh, that's an unjustifiable trade. When your boss give you a task to do, we're not giving up $350 million to this kid. We're trying to move the team. He's not listening to you or us. That means we can't control him either. See what you could get from him. Because we could get another homegrown star later. Like, we got Kyrie Irving here, and now they went and got AD. I think that Nico Collins, when your boss tell you that, it's like, oh, I gotta get rid of Luka. That's gonna be dangerous. Like, but I gotta do it. And all these corporate media guys that work for Disney and work for Fox and work, like, if these guys have had to cut their peers, the Ryan Clarks, the Skip Baylesses, they've had to cut friendships and peers when Disney say so. And then when you look at it in this retrospect as a team and player and team management and star player, it's like, oh, he needs to be fired. That's a fireable offense. If he was told to do it, it's still a fireable offense. It wasn't anybody you traded him for was gonna be dramaful. Anybody, because the city loved Luka since the draft day. 5 years of his growth, the multiple playoff games, since the first time he came in, how far he took them, and the near win last year. People are dreaming big, man. But everybody should have had an idea this was going to happen when Luka was celebrating last year in the locker room or in the doorway of the locker room with a bear, and they just came over and took the bear out of his hand, cut his celebration off from winning. Could you imagine somebody doing that to Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James? I believe I seen them smoke cigars in the locker room. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. They didn't make it. They didn't win no chip or nothing, so you can't celebrate like that. But could you imagine? Oh, we're the executives, and we say when you can and can't do something. He a grown fucking man, 23, 24 years old. Done bring his family all the way here. You can't tell me what to fucking do. That's the problem they having with John Morant, another 23-year-old. See what that kid done did for his family and where he's bringing himself from? South Carolina and all of that. Like, y'all have no idea what this kid has been from. And yes, John needs to grow up and mature a little bit. But he ain't getting in trouble. Y'all making it seem like he's getting in trouble, bro. He's not getting in trouble. He's never been arrested yet. And I hope he never does get arrested. But the way y'all act, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, he a grown-ass fucking man. Y'all mad at his father because his father acts a certain way. That's a grown man that took care of his family, got his son to this position. Who the hell are you to tell a grown man how to feel, do, act? Read the room. Read the room. Fuck reading the room. This is what I wanted to do as the managing person of this shit. This is what I did. And my vision was this. We got a point guard. All I need is a center. And I got shooters. All my big men shoot threes. I don't really need him. That's a mistake thought. But if you're thinking in the upcoming draft, I could take a shooting guard, a new shooting guard, and build this team newly, then I see the vision. Because this team is stacked. And let me add, Max Christie, 13 minutes. Only 2 field goals, 1 or 2. Only 2 points. Matt Christie needs to get more minutes. Caleb Martin needs to get more minutes. These are proven players. Max Christie is at a point just one of the players you traded for. Okay? He was balling for the Lakers. You have to allow him to play. There's no Kyrie Irving. What's the problem with letting Max Christie play? Caleb Martin pushing them. Spencer Dinwiddie didn't even get, he got on the floor for 2 minutes last night. Oh my God, what is that? Jaden Hardy not getting no minutes. That's one of their supreme players last year. Like in off the bench. His energy alone. So the Mavs got some things to do, figure it out. I trust Jason Kidd to do so. I expect him to solidify that AC. But you know, Ja Wick and them is dangerous, man. Like Ja Wick and them and the Grizz, they ain't no young boys. They've been in this position. They've competed against the best. They've won against good teams, and they got a squad. Bane and John Morant and Jared Jackson and Edie, like, yo, they got a squad. So they can do it. They got the squad to match up. I just think Dallas is gonna do it, man. I expect Dallas to do it. But we'll see what happens. Sir Charles, how you feel about what I was saying about these Dallas and breaking them down player by player? How you feel about that? What's not going to happen? I can't imagine that because it's not going to happen unless you're with the Heat or organization. What is that? Tell me what that is. I know I was going in at the time. I talked about a lot, so bring me around to your thought. Yeah, man. But AD, man, that's a champion right there. And that's not a slouch, bro. He not a slouch. He just was lazy under LeBron. He's always been lazy. LeBron was trying to push him too. He been a little lazy. It's all about inspiration too and stuff like that. So let's go back over here. Yeah, man. This is a rough year, like rough year for Dallas with the injuries, and Nico didn't plan for that, but that was a direct sign, Nico. As soon as you bring those players in, those injuries are a direct sign. It was like a taboo thing. Is it a fireable offense? No. Do I think he could have got more? Yes, but I don't think he was looking to cause the hysteria over Luka Doncic because he knew it was going to be crazy for his city, just trading him. So I don't think he wanted to cause the hysteria and have all the teams jockeying and, you know what I mean, and get young draft picks and all that. I don't think they wanted that. They not pressed for money like that. Like, the new ownership ain't pressed for money. Like, you know what I mean? They could bring a star there. They got a couple of that's going to hit the market this year. You know what I mean? This summer. You know what I mean? Including the John Morants, the Jared Jacksons. You know what I mean? They may hit the market this summer. The Zion Williamsons, talking about them taking the beer. So you say, I can't imagine that because it's not happening unless you're with the Heat or organization. I don't know. I seen a lot of partying in the locker rooms, man. I seen a lot of partying in the locker rooms during the playoffs. I seen them smoking cigars. I seen them popping champagne, drinking beer. Like, I get it, it wasn't good for TV, but that's a grown ass man. Like, and they saying, oh, that's what got him out of shape. You know what? He gotta grow up. You want to put a regimen around him. You know, when they got them their own chefs and all of that, right? So put a regimen around them, like a training regimen. Don't get him hurt though. He seemed to do that himself. You're talking about a kid who's been playing professionally since he was 16 years old, bro. That's a grown-ass man. He been playing with grown-ups for a long time. To suddenly get to America and 3 years down the line, you still trying to treat me like I'm your son. And he's legal age to drink and everything. Like, get out of here, bro. And salute to Michael Finley for trying to protect them and the organization. But I think that was to get kudos with the organization, which gives them some perceived power over you to treat you like this, give you ultimatums. You either do this or this is gonna happen. You don't know what was being said to Luka. And Luka was being Luka, and he probably said F that, and they said, okay, F that then. You're not gonna be we're not paying you 300 something million. We're not extending you. And I think that was the mistake of egos. But like I said before, they not hurting for money. So long as you bring them a star, which AD is a good enough star, he'll be there for 3-4 years. But then for them not to win, if they didn't get in the playoffs this year, they might go in the offseason and say, trade me. You know what I mean? You gotta start from scratch. Like the Suns gonna have to do. Yeah. But yeah, that was that. Let's go. I'm go back to what I was doing. And saying vintage Clay, real time Luka Dallas rolled into Sacramento, detonating in the second quarter. 44 points. They controlled the chaos. Clay dropped 16 like it was 2016. Luka, AD orchestrated the rhythm like a maestro. He struggled in the beginning, but once he got it, he was flowing, shooting jump shots over everybody, going to the bucket, and ones. A post superstar, Mavericks roster suddenly alive again. They didn't look like bums last night. They look pretty efficient, right? Now a trip to Atlanta for Miami as hero efficiency. Miami as the Heat culture didn't vanish. It evolved. It looks a little different this year. Now a trip to Atlanta, a team with flash and finesse, but one hasn't always answered the bell. Miami's hunting the A seed, and once they get there, they'll be built to make Cleveland rethink about things. You know, I know that's a deep team, but he culture, baby. He culture. Shit changes. When you win a game, shit changes. Friday, tomorrow, 2 games, 4 paths. Heat versus the Hawks. Experience versus explosiveness. Grit versus glitz. The hero versus Trae Young. This is legacy work for Miami or liftoff for Atlanta? What do y'all think? Let me know in the chat. Mavs versus the Grizz. That's going to be either redemption or reinforcement game. Can Dallas stay hot? Or do the Grizzlies lock the door with John Rick and slam the window shut and come and throw the grenade in the door before they do so? You know what I mean? I don't know. John Wick throw the grenade in the door, he could blow that whole defensive reinforcement stuff up and redeem his team back to glory. And we'll be talking something different. This week exposed who's the cooking culture and who's just warming the leftovers. The Bulls was just warming leftovers. Who else got sent home? The Kings was just warming leftovers. Goodbye. Good luck next year. We'll see y'all in the offseason, which I do. Y'all got to play the window. Y'all got to spend some money, though. And I ain't talking about giving all y'all money to one player like Zach LaVine. Who proved last night he cannot carry a team. DeMar Rosen did more work than him, and he can't carry a team. You know what I mean? So, DeMar DeRozan need to think about going and control and joining a contender. He need to stop playing. Zach LaVine better stop playing too. Sacramento ain't making no waves, so Bonus better think about going and joining a contender too, or switching those positions, like I said, man. Elsewhere in the brackets, gets brutal. Golden State and Orlando punched their tickets the other night. Steph was Steph. Magnificent. 5 3-pointers, I believe. And the Magic, team that gave Boston a problem last year in a 7-game series in the first round and came up short in the last game, they made it back, bro. They made it back. And I was looking at their team. We'll talk about their box score now. I was looking at their team. We'll break them down now. Hold on. Grizzlies, Warriors, beat them. Magic beat the Hawks the other night, and they blew them out. They did not even play with them. The Hawks won one quarter, was the second quarter by a point, or they won 2 quarters, actually. But that last quarter, they got blown out. Magic was not playing with them. Trae Young gets kicked out of that game. Rookies, Zachary Rishiger had only 7 points in 29 minutes, 2 of 10, 1 of 5 from three-point land. And Zachary, you got to be ready, buddy. This is what you played the whole season for. You can't get to the playoff game and come up short like this. 29 minutes, 2 of 10. You had to at least hit 5 shots out of that. And we expecting more from you. You're the big man in the middle. Like, 1 of 5 from three-point land. Ouch. And this is the Hawks we're talking about. And we have Muhammad Guy, 26 minutes, 5 of 5 from the field, 12 points. Played very efficient. Anyika Okongwu, 33 minutes, 5 of 10. 1 of 2 from three-point land, 9 rebounds, only 11 points. In 30 minutes, he needs to be going. He needs to score more. He was pretty efficient, at least 50% from the field. Trae Young, 8 of 21. It's not going to get it done. It is almost 50%, but it's just not going to get it done. It's like 47, 46%, something like that. 40 minutes, man. 40 minutes. 1 of 5 from three-point land. Trae Young, nah, that's not going to get it done. 11 of 12 from the free throw line will get it done. 2 rebounds, 6 assists. You know you need to get your team more active. You are the point guard. 28 points. That doesn't surprise me. He still had his 28 before he got kicked out of the game. Dyson Daniels. This is the young boy that won, I believe. He was up there in steals this year, leading the league. I wanted to see how he played, and he was a no-show in this game. 35 minutes, 3 of 8 from the field. Only 7 points, 12 rebounds though, 7 assists. Very active, right? Very active in a lot of different facets of the game. But You got to make it count, and you got to score some buckets, bro. More than 8 buckets a game if you're gonna be playing 35 minutes. You gotta at least have 10 to 12 shots on goal, and you gotta be at least 50% on that. Um, he wasn't out there last night, man. He did a lot of different things, but they got blown off the floor. If you ask me, Cavis LeVert, another person who is missing 3 of 11, 25 minutes, 6 rebounds, 7 points. All these guys with 7 points, like, it's not good. Georges Niang, 23 minutes, 5 of 11, 15 points. Hey, he looked like he want to play. You got to make sure he sees this game on Friday, because he probably played better. He played better than most of those guys that should have played better. Like, he played better than Okongwu. He played better than Dyson Daniels. He played better than Caris LeVert, but he only got 23 minutes. Okay, 15 points, though, in 23 minutes, that's pretty good. You know what I mean? Dominic Barlow, 12 minutes, 1 of 3, 4 from the free throw line, only 6 points. Terrence Mann, the guard that was on the Clippers, that was starting for the Clippers, is only getting 10 minutes on the Hawks? What is wrong with y'all, bro? That should be Terrence Mann, Trae Young in the backcourt, Dyson Daniels at the 3, Richard Shea at the 5 or the 4. And who y'all got? Who else y'all got? Only getting 10 minutes, all 5 from the field. I guess he can never get into the game. It's only 10 minutes, bro. But he still shot 5 shots and missed them. So maybe that's why he's just not being efficient. But yeah, Terrence Mann should be. He got playoff experience, bro. He should be playing, should be leading. He's an experienced veteran. So he should be leading. Like, you let him come off the bench behind these guys, he's not putting out the best for your team. Atlanta Hawks, coach, GM. Y'all don't want it. Y'all might as well trade Trae Young. Y'all got the Dyson Daniels kid for a couple more years. I might as well trade Trae Young. Because y'all don't want it. Y'all done been trading all the players that's with him. Y'all been trading all the players that played good with him since John Connors or John, whatever his name was, the power forward that he was alley-ooping to in his first 2 years. Like, y'all ain't want to pay him. Y'all let him go. He done fell off. Y'all went and got the kid from the Spurs. Then y'all let him go because Trae Young and him couldn't get up. And y'all was talking about trading Trae Young then. Y'all should have traded him. But y'all traded this other guy. Okay. Now y'all go and get these other players and what? They not playing, bro. Man, listen. They trash. Sir Charles. The Hawks are disappointing. 2 years ago, they went all the way to Eastern Conference Finals. You know what I mean? Like, and then they traded his team, and they didn't get him better. They went and got other shooters for him to compete against, right? And other point guards for him to compete against. Instead of keeping his team and just adding to him and make sure y'all getting him a bench and all that. Now you destroyed the damn team, and yeah, it was horrible. The Hawks were horrible. I don't think they'll win tomorrow night, but they do have a shot because of Trae Young, and he got kicked out of the game. I expect him to come and play with Flair tomorrow. So anything's possible, but they just don't have the talent over there. They don't have the talent. I'm surprised they even made it with these wins this year. Because I'm looking at their team, they don't have the talent. Now, on the other side of the ball, though, the Orlando Magic, France Wagner, Paolo Banchero, Wendell Carter, Contavious Caldwell Pope, Corey Joseph, Anthony Black, Cole Anthony, and I believe they got another Wagner over there too that's not playing. Jonathan Isaac. They are young, but this team is getting two. They're missing Jalen Suggs, who we saw at the WNBA draft. Salute to Jalen Suggs and his girlfriend Van Liff. But we seen you at the WNBA. You need to get healthy and get on the fucking court with your damn team and chase this championship ring so y'all can earn it. Your team is not going to win this year because you're missing Jalen Suggs. But we're going to see how far they can get. You know what I mean? We're going to see how far they can get. So they seeded at the 7th seed, and they're going to go on to play the Cleveland. No, they're not seeded at the 7th seed. Yeah, they seeded at the 7th seed. They go on to play the Cleveland Cavs, I believe. I think they go on to play the Cleveland Cavs. The Hawks would play Boston, and Boston going to have a field day with them if they made it. The Hawks win tomorrow, they would play Boston, but they're not going to win tomorrow. The Heat should win that game, and it'll be a Boston Heat first round. The Magic they won this game, and they won it convincingly, y'all. Franz Wagner, 34 minutes, 6 of 15 from the field, 0 of 5 from three-point land. Look, he didn't even hit his three-pointers. He still had 13 points, and they were critical 13 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists. Paolo dictating the game like he a point guard. Multiple times seen him dribbling the ball up, putting it through his leg, setting the teammates up, passing the ball. Multiple times. 33 minutes. Only 4-13 from the field. Was not doing anything offensively, but he was dictating his game. 0-3 from three-point land. So another big man that wasn't hitting his shots in this game. 9 of 11 from the free throw line. Getting to the free throw line. 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 17 points. So Paolo, expect Paolo to play better. Expect Wagner to play better. They're gonna have to in the Boston series, or in the Cavs series. Wendell Carter Jr., 26 minutes, 8 of 12, 1 of 3 from three-point land, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 19 points. Double digits. They well balanced. KCP, 26 minutes, 1 of 8 from the field. Didn't have a good game at all. 1 of 7 from three-point land. 2 free throws, 5 rebounds, 5 points. KCP, you know you got to be better. Paolo, you know you got to be better. Wagner, you know you got to be better. But they dominated this game. Them 3 right there, by them playing as bad as they played, they left a window open for the Hawks to get back in this game. But like I said, they don't have the talent. They don't have the talent. Corey Joseph, 3 of 6, 1 of 4 from the three-point land, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So they all was getting to the free throw line. 2 assists, 9 points only. Anthony Black, who I didn't count on, but Anthony Black played decent game. 28 minutes, 6 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 from the three-point land, 1 or 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 16 points. Anthony Black with an all-around game. Decent. Cole Anthony stepped up big. And salute to him, man. Coming back from injury, 20 minutes only. Only 20 minutes. 10 of 17 from the field. 4 of 9 from three-point land. 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 26 points for Cole Anthony. Big. 26 points in 20 minutes, y'all. He definitely, that's off the bench. He definitely gave them the big push. That's who put them over the mark. Jonathan Isaac, 18 points, 3 or 4 from the field, 8 rebounds, 6 points, 2 assists. In 18 minutes, he put in that twerk with the 8 boards and all that, getting the second chances. Gary Harris, 13 minutes, 1 or 2 from the field, 1 or 1 from three-point land, only 3 points. Caleb Houston, 12 minutes. This probably in garbage time, no points. Tristan De Silva, 4 points. Only in 4 minutes. Jet Howard, 4 minutes. Gogo Vitazzi, 4 minutes, 2 points. So the standouts in this game was Cole Anthony Black, Wendell Carter, and Paolo. 17, very balanced, but none of that impressed me when it comes to them facing the Cavs. The Cavs got 2 big centers. They're very aggressive. They take a lot of 3-pointers. They're gonna go to the hole. You're gonna have to D these guys up. It's not gonna be easy like the Hawks was. They have the talent, and if they don't play better, they will get swept out of that series. You know what I mean? For some reason, I feel more about that matchup than with Boston. I feel like they'll take Boston further than they'll take Cleveland, just based off of Cleveland's matchup with them. They got Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero is big, not as big as their guys, not as aggressive either. You know what I mean? So, all those missed 3-pointers, they're gonna have to make in the game against the Cavs. 0 for 5 from 3-point land with Franz Wagner, he gonna have to make those. Paolo 0 for 3 from 3-point land, he gonna have to make those. KCP 1 of 7 from 3-point land, he gonna have to make those against the Cleveland Cavs, and he know it. So, man, salute to them for winning that game, and then they won it convincingly. It's like Trae Young was tapped out. He got kicked out, all kind of stuff, playing with the refs. Yeah. I salute to Orlando. Y'all got a rough first round, though. That Cleveland Cavs team is not going to be, for some reason, I feel like they are little brothers, the Knicks' little brothers. But even the Cleveland Cavs faced with us, the matchup-based problem that they're going to have, I expect that to be a long series. You know what I mean? I feel like they're going to run through Orlando. Orlando, they got talent over there, but they too small. Then they little guys, Cole Anthony, got to keep up with Spider and Garland. Like, that's going to be a challenge for him. And when you're chasing those guys around, I don't know, are you as efficient from the floor? You know what I mean? So, yeah, watch out. Let's change our picture. Let's change our picture to my guy right here. Oh, no, first let's do this. Salute to the Anthony Edwards, 300 3-pointers made on the season, joining a select few. You see the Splash Brothers there. You got James Harden there. And who from the Pistons? Who's that from the Pistons? So salute to them. Got Paolo. This game right here, this game, boy, they thought they was gonna beat Curry. Those two right there, they battled in this game, but Curry came out on top. Him and Jimmy Butler together is amazing, y'all. Him and Jimmy Butler together is amazing, bro. And it's gonna be interesting to see this upcoming season with those guys. On the screen, I got the All NBA First Team 2025 NBA award ballots. You got Jalen Brunson. Oh, let me see the background. Sorry. It didn't go up there. All right, there you go. Jalen Brunson, Shea Gildress, Tatum, Giannis, and Joker. That's the All NBA First Team. That's a pretty decent squad right there. Jalen Brunson. Listen, brother, I'm going to tell you like this. I got a lot of faith in you. The first point guard to play with Luka in Dallas. They went far that season, and they came up short. And Dallas, and I got to blame this on Mark Cuban, refused to pay Jaden $100 million. That's right. I'm calling you out, Mark Cuban. He wanted to be paid as a top point guard in this league for getting that team deep in the playoffs, and Mark Cuban gave all the credit to Luka. But if you watch that series, Jalen Brunson was balling, and he earned that contract. So thank you, Mark Cuban, for not paying Jalen Brunson, because we gave him 110 real quick. And since then, and when I say we, I'm talking about the New York Knicks, and we gave him 110 real quick. And since then, he's re-signed. We've extended that because of the work he's put in for us. And he is a top 5 point guard in this league. Second to probably only Shea Gildress Alexander this year. But how do you feel about that, Sir Charles? Do you think that he's a top 3 point guard, and if you do, who's in front of him? And yeah, so salute to Jalen Brunson, but then Shea, in my opinion, is the league MVP this year. He's had a marvelous season, back to back, adding to last year's marvelous season. Arguments as MVP candidate as well. Back again this year. And to me, he won it. They got 10 or 12 more wins than your closest team. Oh, no, like 15 more wins than your closest team. Way more wins than last year. Like, you cannot undermine that. His players being hurt on him half the season, with Chet being hurt in and out the lineup, and then Williams hurt for the second half of this season, in and out the lineup. Shea has been consistent, putting that team on his back, having guys shine with him who's not your normal names, and that's all good to his play. Jason Tatum. It's been questioned, especially in corporate media recently, that Jason Tatum is a disrespected individual when it comes to clout in the league, the things he's done, the success he's had, and the consistency he plays with. Great player, a champion, defending champion. He's had a great season. I know he burns the Knicks every time he come play the Knicks. He definitely an enemy of us. But another great player. I don't know that he's in the MVP conversation, though. Not over the next two. It would be Shea, Giannis, and Joker. Because next person close to Shea would probably be Joker. His consistency has been crazy. And his numbers, triple doubles, his defensive numbers, his rebound, like it's just all around the ball. His all around game is crazy. His numbers is crazy. And if Shea didn't have all those wins, it would be Joker's award, hands down. But Giannis, another consistent player when he's healthy, He is very consistent and seems to look like he's getting bigger and better. So salute to Milwaukee. Good luck. Salute to Giannis and his team. I heard earlier today that Dame Lillard is being cleared from his little blood clot situation, so he'll be ready to go. And the Bucks will be full-fledged. We'll see what that does to them. Salute to Joker. They got a lot of problems over there in Denver. It's going to be on how he handles it and how he uplifts his team. I'm sorry, Joker, but yeah, it's that your leadership is being tested in this playoff right here. I heard Jamal Murray is back. That should balance them out. Hopefully they new coach can get them over the hump. Yeah, that's that. Big game tomorrow. AD versus Ja Wick and them boys. I already tell you how I feel about that. But Ja Wick and them boys, boy, they coming with their arsenal. These guys better be ready. They better have their gear. Or Ja gonna pull the boom, run down the court. Yeah. He gonna pull the both the sides banned from Ja Wick. Blowing them down. And on the screen, you see Ja Wick shooting Jimmy Butler the third down. But all these things he's been doing. I guarantee we could go back 2-3 years ago when he was in the playoffs. Every time he did something emphatic, he did something. They like him dancing. They like us black guys dancing. They like us entertaining that way, right? Dancing and all of that, right? They like Draymond Green kicking people in the nuts and slamming people on the floor and breaking arms and all that. They like all that. But Ja Morant, his fingers, y'all. His fingers. Salute. Oh, man. Oh, Luka on that list too? Okay. I got you. All right. I guess it's time to present my little video. And y'all can see me go crazy and see how I feel. As I said a lot of it already, but in case I want to comment on something I said, or y'all got any question on something I said, we'll play it now. Hold on. Ease up. Hose down. All right, hold on. What's going on, man? Assets. Videos. Should be assets, man. It's in assets. All right, let me do it this way. All right, now, salute from the BANGUSA Sports. Your host, BANGUSA, in the live in the couch. Hold on. Right there. I gotta cut that down. Now, can I get it there though?
I don't know about Boston. You got Golden State. What y'all thought?
And spending money
One season waiting. I don't know.
We already knew tomorrow's
going to be his
what
it is on right now.
He signed him last year.
Y'all already know what time
and
it
he
is.
went and got the Triple Crown. So then, you know what I'm saying, the Prince Truck had to
Salute.
All right. So I got that. Now, I gotta find out how to get it up here. Video file. Personal home. Assets. Yeah, well, that's not let me play it. Well, that's not letting me play it, yo. Let's see if I can go percent. Share screen. That's not it. There you go.
Salute. You know, I support the team, the home team. You know what I mean? Whether I agree with them or not, I still support them always. I support Black always. I just don't like the bougie shit that stars and made men and gatekeepers be pulling. But that's part of this game. Unfortunately, we got a lot going on. We got AD looking crazy last night. Got Vintage Clay slaying them, locked and loaded, aiming them down, firing at will. You got the Bulls coming up short again in a play-in for 3 straight years. You got Tyler Hero in hero mode. You got Golden State. What y'all thought, man? They got Jimmy Butler III with the #1 shooter. And what y'all thought? They wasn't gonna make the play-in? Y'all better be ready, Houston. Y'all better be ready. Because if you could beat the old man, y'all could beat anybody. But I'm gonna tell you, the old man ain't gonna make it easy. They're gonna try to blow y'all out and take y'all hearts out their chest and stab it right in front of y'all face. Because the old men don't play no games when they get to this point, right? So, average age, 30 years old, 35 for the Stars. Them Warriors, they came out to play in the outside. You got the Knicks, the big time matchup, little brother matchup this weekend. And everybody, all the Knickerbocker fans is all nervous and scared and all kind of negative energy coming out of the Knickerbocker world. Sass mouth, talk about 7 games. Like we gonna go anywhere if we take this first round of 7 games. We take this first round of 7 games, we are out in the next round, which that doesn't make Tibbs and them safe at
Facts.
So I expect them to go deep in
Go New York, go New York, go.
Breaks. I don't know about Boston. I don't know about the Cavs. They Cavs little brothers to us still. So all you Knickerbocker fans who leaning the other way and complaining with the ifs, the myths,
If Smiths and gifts. If Smiths and gifts.
Like,
oh, we should do this. Oh, we should fire Tibbs. Oh, we should do what the Nuggets did. Oh, we should do what the Kings are doing. Like, Shut up
1 total wins. A game
and get on the bus. It's about to pull out. I'm the driver. Called BANGUSASPORTS. Shut up.
The front line.
Damn haters.
The front line starters.
Oh, it's gonna be 7 games. Shut up.
So they say, where's the grit? Where's the grit? The grit's been there. It's just identifies differently this year. It's not last year's grit. You know what I mean? It's not last year's grit. OG healthy. Our point guard Jalen Brunson may not be healthy, but OG healthy. Jalen. We got McBride looking good. We got Robinson needs to get some minutes. We got Cat. You know what I mean? Mikal Bridges. Like, we got players, bro. And our players can get it done. It's just up to Tibbs on how he coaches. He usually coaches circles around these first matchup guys. But it's not a given, man. It's not a given. So Bickerstaff, right? That's who left the Cavs and went to Detroit. Yeah. We coached around him the first time, and I expect us to do it again. We beat the Cavs 2 years ago, I believe 4-1, with Bickerstaff as their coach. I'm expecting the same type of series against the Detroit Pistons. Good season, salute to y'all, but no. Now we turn it up a level. You know, we turn it up a level. So, with that said, we got a lot more action coming. You have the team that we talk about is the Mavs, the AC. They're the number 1 dangerous team at the AC. Can they beat the Grizzlies? Are the Grizzlies dangerous at the AC? All of that stuff, right? I think the Mavs can beat the Grizzlies. I think it will be a close game, though. Ja Morant, it said he's playing. I'm looking forward to that on Friday night. You know what I mean? That's going to be a good game to watch Friday night. I'm expecting the Mavs to go. Nico, the GM over there, refusing to say he made a mistake. And everybody around the world is still harping on it, man. They're still harping on it. Oh, he traded. You know what? He did trade Luka. It was a bad trade. But if ownership told their GMs that they're not paying $300-something million to this player to go make something shake, that's what he did. And that's what everybody has to accept. Luka's accepted it already. They're the number 3 seed. He's challenging for a championship. Now, to keep harping on Nico for the first time last night, Nico got some props, man. For me, you know what I mean? His vision came to fruition last night. AD playing solid. Gafford. They have 4 big men that is going to give any team problems. That's why I think they'll get past the Grizzlies easy. 4 big men that can score the rock, get rebounds, second chance points, hit 3-pointers. PJ Washington, Gafford, AD. Who else? Lively. Like, they have a rotation at the top of that. And those guys all can play. AD being the best. I think that will be a matchup problem for anybody in the league. That's why they are dangerous. And then they have a point guard. And as I said, they don't have Kyrie Irving, but all they need is half decent play from any type of point guard. But the point guard they put out there is balling. The rookie is balling. He's finding ways to get his points and have solid games, get the ball to the teammates. That's all you need. Is a point guard, half decent point guard. No, he's not Kyrie Irving. But that doesn't mean they can't make a run for the chip. So now my eyes are on Dallas. Can they make a run for the trip? They dismantled the Minnesota Timberwolves last year, who beat a lot of people. So who beat even the Nuggets. You know what I mean? They did their thing against the Nuggets. They did their thing in the first round. But when they got into that conference championship, and they had to face off against
Big Cat.
Dallas.
Big
Dallas
Cat.
ran through them.
Dallas.
It's too easy.
Bank.
But it was all based on matchup. Gobert ain't gonna be able to beat AD. Gobert's gonna have a problem with Gafford. Gobert's gonna get pulled out. Like, so, you know what I mean? But that's Dallas. You know what I mean? That's Minnesota I'm talking about. But Dallas, when it comes to playing the Grizzlies, Jared Jackson got to do better. Edie got to do better. And I believe the blueprint was shown to you the other night of how you attack the Grizzlies.
Yep.
You get those big men in foul trouble early. You attack them early. You go at them
trouble.
hard, make them reach, make them swing, try to block your shot.
Jared Jackson
Get
in
that
foul
contact.
trouble.
Foul trouble. Once they're in foul trouble, they have to rotate their whole thing differently. Watch out for Bane and John Morant. That's what it's going to take for the Grizzlies to get to that next level.
Very doable.
And they could do
John
it.
Wick ain't
They've been
playing.
here before. You know what I mean? Bane and John Morant been here before. So it's definitely going to be a good matchup. I'm excited about it. I was just watching the Is What It Is. They had a bunch of wrestlers up there. I'm done with that, right? I'm done with that for now. But yeah, this is BANGUSA Sports. I'm your host of BANGUSA. And we have a lot going on. I missed the 2 lives. Gotten real busy in the last 2 days, but I did watch those games, and I'm here to recap them with you.
I already know. I already went over all of this, but just letting y'all know, letting y'all see the video, that this is not a game. I just wanted to make sure I covered all the things that I was talking about.
I'm about to go live.
And salute.
Make sure y'all there for that live.
We've been on for an hour and a half. We're probably gonna end this, but I'll let your boy Bangusa finish. Salute to everybody that came in, man. And let me know if you disagree. Put it in the chat.
Right, once again,
We'll talk about the next video.
Sports. Raw Intentions versus Refined Resistance. Yesterday, Culture, Not Yet Cooked means defenses that bite. The BANGUSA Sports playing Showdown, Executive Explosion, and East and West Warpaths happening right now during the playoffs. The 2025 NBA Play-In Tournament has delivered high drama, hard troops, where every possession holds possession, postseason weight, and every storyline feels personal. Every storyline feels personal, right? We had some great stories in the games last night and the games in the last 2 days. This week, 2 elimination showdowns pit hope against grit, potential against principle, and chaos against control. In the East, it was the ambition. Met Dallas, defiant discipline. Both games ended in a separation. Both exposed who's built for the drama and the heat. Welcome to BANGUSA Sports Playing Recap Show, where the postseason passion meets front office fireworks and playing tournaments reveal who's truly playoff proof. Coming in on the news line this morning, after the Kings lost, their GM is fired. Along with that, the Pelicans, land of legend, Joe Dumars is back in the building. Not a player, not a coach, but maybe the most powerful addition in the West in the last 2 days as executive VP of basketball operations. Tapped on the shoulder, Dumars bring Hall of Fame wisdom, championship credibility, and league-wide clout to Pelicans franchise hungry for real postseason power and advancement. You know what that means. Joe Dumars is not playing the Zion Williamson thing. That's old GM picks. Joe Dumars is going to come in there and try to wipe the slate clean. Expect that. I'm really excited to see what he's going to do. But Zion is on the clock. Zion is on the clock. And it's about time. I didn't think New Orleans should have paid Zion the money they paid him. He didn't play enough games. They shouldn't have extended him. But you don't want to lose a high draft pick like that, right? So they signed him. They were forced to sign him. Mistake signing. Zion is the truth. He can score 25 more points a game when he plays. But when is he going to play? That's the problem. I like Zion out of Duke, but I also like Barrett. And the Knicks traded Barrett last year. So it's time for New Orleans to wipe the state clean. It ain't just Zion. They got your boy from the Lakers too. He's gonna be a problem. But I think that's great assets to start and get your team going. I'm excited to see what Joe Dumars takes the New Orleans Pelicans. They deserve to have a better team over there.
Okay. Breaking news. As you see on the screen, Scott Perry has been hired as the Sacramento Kings' new GM. So look, I was off with that because I did not expect them to hire Scott Perry. But he has been working in the backdrops of the Kings this season. Been going there, advising them, giving them stuff that I just found out. But you know who Scott Perry is. That's an ex-Knicks GM. That's who spent Executive Scott Perry as their new general manager. Perry spent 3 months with the Kings in 2017 before leaving for New York Knicks. Perry started this executive career in 2000 with Detroit. So yeah. Now I don't believe he's the GM. He's working with the Knicks anymore. He's just been out on the side because Leon Rose is in there and working wonders. But yeah, Scott Perry, Mr. Perry, probably a good GM. I'll say that he helped keep us screwed for a long time. So good luck with Mr. Perry. But during his tenure in New York, we've had a bunch of people. We paid a lot of people money that didn't pan out. So I just want to let that be said. Now I'll continue with that. But that was the breaking news. Scott Perry to the Sacramento Kings after they fired McNair. And now that was just fill in for what I was just saying on the screen, on the video.
Compare that to Sacramento. The Kings are reportedly ready to ditch Monty McNair. I heard he was
done.
They're leaving on mutual terms. I heard he was canned last night. That is just a rumor.
No, it was a fact now.
It's not just a rumor. I heard it was coming before the game. And
it's a fact now. And Scott Perry, the new GM.
Same GM who took swings on DeRozan and Levine this year and bring them to Sacramento and ship De'Aaron Fox out and fire Mike Brown. And all those little moves hurt the Kings. They didn't look good last night. DeRozan was the only one bowling. And we know from the past that the Rollers can score 33 points. That don't mean they're going to win. They perimeter plays. The Kings now, after their GM is gone, they do have a new coach, but they stuck in neutral. Their coach is really unclear right now. Results. Their team is flat. Coach swapped out, and still nothing is clicking for them. They're gonna have to. they got problems. I want to know. There's rumors that they're gonna be looking to sign the Denver GM that just got fired over.
Wrong. They signed Scott Perry just to fix that.
Bets on foundation. Sacramento chases fireworks. One feels steady, the other feels super slippery.
Slippery when wet. Pause.
That's what I'm saying. DeRozan doesn't matter. He's at the end of his career, but he may be there. But Zach LaVine may be looking to get out of there. But we'll see what happens. I don't know if they're extending him or not. And we have the Mavericks unleash the mayhem. I just went through that earlier. Pictures of Clay in real time. Luka. Dallas rolled into Sacramento and detonated in the second quarter. 44 points of control, chaos. That's when they blew the game open. Clay had 16 in the quarter. Like it was 2016, Clay. He was locked and loaded and firing at will, smashing it, making Dallas look like a powerhouse without Kyrie Irving. They looking like a powerhouse without Luka. They looking like a powerhouse. Now the fans like, can we make some noise? And now Nico starts to get the credit that he deserves. It was a big trade, a wild trade. You didn't go get no draft picks. You didn't, but he didn't want to break the whole team up. He just wanted that player. So he wanted to recompensate that player. Now in the future, Luka's future, it looks great. But he didn't have to pay him $300-something million. And guess what? The Lakers can't pay him that $300-something million, right? So now we got to get Luka to re-sign with the Lakers, who, when he came back to Dallas, he looked like he missed Dallas. So now everybody's starting to, but if they didn't want him and they didn't want to give him the $300-something million, then I'm sorry. No matter how I feel, heartbroken, whatever, I'm not going back to Dallas at the offseason. So you can forget that. Now, Luka's smart. Let's sign that Lakers contract. As soon as the season's over, make a push for the finals. They still in it to go to the finals. The Lakers are very dangerous to go to the finals this year. King James looking great, but Lakers have been coming up short for the last 2-3 years. And they've changed their team considerably in all 3 of those seasons. What we got here? We got Sacramento look lost again. No identity.
Went over that earlier.
Fight. No sense of urgency. For all the roster talent. The Kings played like a team unsure of its own path. Dallas smoked them like a professional team. They knew exactly who they were that night. Dangerous, deliberate, and defiantly unbothered by anything Sacramento did. Sacramento couldn't do anything.
Nothing.
They really hurt their team when they let De'Aaron Fox go. I don't know what happened, why Mike Brown and De'Aaron Fox got into that. They hurt that team considerably. Now they face Memphis. So they still have a shot, right? Sacramento still has a shot, right? No.
Barely.
No, they out. Sacramento out. And I believe the Bulls are out, right? So now you get the winner. Dallas has to go and take on Grizzlies. And the Heat got to go and take on the Hawks. Another disappointment squad, the Hawks. Watch out, man. Trae Young got kicked out on the game the other night. He was complaining about the refs not giving the calls to his teammates because they're not household names. And he ain't appreciated it. He got kicked out the game. Trae Young got to be careful. And it might be time for Trae Young to leave. Atlanta, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Sad. So now, Dallas facing Memphis, a squad that won 3 or 4 against them this year, including a 35-point blowout. The Grizz fight hard. They fight hard. With Clay and Lucas. Clay and AD smell blood. The warpath is real. And We'll see what Luka could do with the Lakers, with Clay and AD and them. They look like they just as efficient, ready to go. And we got the heroic Heat. Tyler Hero in hero mode. Splashing yesterday. Anything he put up, let's go with it.
8-8.
Playing with a lot of heart.
Start
I
the
see
game.
Jimmy Butler heart. I see
See
the
ya.
shift in his game.
See ya.
He didn't blink. 38 points, 8 of 8 in the first half, 23 by the break. He didn't just lead the Heat. He set the tone for what Miami basketball still means. And salute to him. I'm out of bio.
Activated the coach.
The Heat are still very much in this. I just don't think they can do anything to Boston. But then again, it is the Heat, and they know they've beaten Boston in their prime with Jimmy Butler. No Jimmy Butler. Can they do it again? They got a decent team. Arrow, Wiggins,
Adebayo.
Podcast, and all of them. I just think that and Adebayo, but they small. And Adebayo doesn't play with the heartful aggression that he should. He don't demand it. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's very,
Come on, Adebayo.
very like
He's
easy
supposed to be your
he's gonna
team.
pass out. You can get him to stop. He's gonna miss a shot. His confidence gets dwindles during the game.
15
He's
points.
still playing like Adebayo from 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
You better catch
That's the
up.
problem.
You better catch up. Adebayo.
Still playing very, very timid basketball.
Timid.
I don't understand.
Buster. Shooting 5, 6 3-pointers a game. You better get your ass in the post.
Very much alive.
Let Tyler Hero and Duncan do the shooting.
Efficiency, Miami edges. The Heat culture didn't vanish. It is evolved and is a totally
Very
different
much
team
alive.
right now.
Coach.
But they got a lot of people that came back together. The Duncans, the Heroes, the Adebayos. Like, they lost their guards, and they got some new guards. So we'll see where they go. Now, Friday, 2 games, 4 paths. Heat Hawks. Experience versus explosiveness. Grit versus glitz.
Glitz
Who
and
gets the
glamour.
glory? Hero in hero mode. Trey Young in fight mode.
Fight mode.
Who gets the victory there?
Who gets the
It's a little more
victory?
stacked than the Hawks, but we'll see what Trey Young can do with Tyler Hero in the Heat. And Adebayo
Defense.
coming out.
Are you ready?
And I think they'll send the Hawks home again. Hawks
Sorry, ATL.
They should not even been in the play-in, but they are.
They there. So no excuses.
And then you got the Mavs versus the Grizz. The game of the night, Friday.
That's
Also
my
a
game
good
right
game.
there.
Playing.
Let's
Some people
go
like to play.
Dallas. It's
like
crazy. I really don't care who win that series because
it starts the playoff.
I miss John in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
But it's not technically the playoff. They play
The
for
Mavs.
right? And
They can't. I don't know. They not in yet. You can't even count them in. So we'll see what happens.
on any given night, that can blow up in your face, and the
Boom.
wrong team can go, and then in the first round they can get sweat. Like,
Bring out the brooms.
Prepared enough, and I just think right now the West was stacked, and the East
G-Stat.
I don't think these guys at the bottom could give the Hawks any problems, but the Heat have a history of giving the Boston problems. So I don't know. That number 1 seed is gonna be interesting. Bengals Sports. Salute. Hashtag Bengals Sports.
Hashtag Bang
We got
USA
the
Sports.
Dumars hiring.
One word.
Miami's proving they built for it. Dallas, most dangerous AC hopeful. Sacramento, searching for their souls. Bulls, young but not ready. Kobe White came up empty last night. You know what I mean? No Zoe, no. Yeah. All that. Oh, they got Zoe. Zoe is back. Yeah. Giddy over there.
BBB,
This week
huh?
expose who's cooking culture and who's just warming leftovers. Yeah.
Warm and
The
leftovers.
playing didn't just give us basketball, gave us the identity checks that we needed to see, and the answers weren't always flattering. Okay, but that is playoff basketball. Elsewhere, the brackets get brutal. Golden State and Orlando punch their tickets. I believe Boston's gonna have a serious problem with Orlando, who took them to 7 games last year, and Boston pulls it out the last minute. I think Orlando is retooled. They are a different team.
I was mistaken there. They taking on the Heat.
Team is solid.
Orlando's taking on the Cavs. Orlando gonna have a problem with the Cavs.
And I'm hoping Orlando can get one in Boston. They get it one in Boston, then I'm expecting it to be a 6-game series in their favor. If they don't get the one in Boston, then Boston might beat them in 5 games. You know what I mean? That's just my reality check right there. Remember that Boston is coming in
wrong matchup
this year with Jaylen Brown.
That's how I feel in case if they matched up.
They're going to be a
that's how
different team. That puts Kristaps Porzingis in a position where he can't be a maybe. He has to be a definitely.
This is all facts.
I think Boston is going to struggle with that. They do have White, though, and all of them. They live by the 3. You know what they say. You live by the 3.
You die by the 3.
Bang!
Bang!
John Wick.
John Wick.
Yo, the grenade celebration is being celebrated by football players, other basketball players. Throwing the grenade in the crowd and running down the floor after you hit a 3 is becoming a big deal. And you got to give the creation of that to John Wick himself, who's gotten it banned. He can't even use it, but other players are doing it. So I just want the NBA to have consistency. I just want the trolling ass corporate media to have consistency and stop nitpicking and stop giving platforms to the nonsense that's not basketball. All right? Remember this? Who's this? Who's that? Who's that? That was entertainment, right? 3 shots to the head. 3 fingers, 3 shots to the head. Every time you hit a 3-pointer, yeah, that didn't just come out of nowhere. Like, you know what I mean? John didn't just create that. Everybody's been doing the gun. What's this? What's this? Like, oh, ice veins, really? With the gun on the edge? It looked like an extendo to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's all in your creation. And the trolling ass narratives that come from corporate media.
Facts.
That keeps this going, puts the pressure on the NBA, messes with people's contracts, messes with people's money, need to stop. That need to stop. Ja Morant is a great player for the NBA. He is the great entertainment for the NBA. He always has been that.
Oh, y'all done got him going crazy.
With him getting suspended.
Yep. Hit me out, though.
Pictures of being a legal gun owner in this world. Okay? He's on his leisure time.
Have y'all seen the temperature of America today?
Wearing hundreds of thousands of dollars in jewelry. He has to have security. Period. And if he doesn't have security, then he has to have protection. You can't think about it after the fact. It only takes a second.
But y'all don't think about that, though, right?
Your group with a firearm, point it at him, and rob everybody.
Do this narrative, right? And that's the reality.
He's drinking on his leisure time in a club. He's waving a lighter. That's what he said it was, a lighter gun. Now, I can show you a lighter gun, right? I have a toy lighter gun. It has an orange thing on the edge. It's gray, and I see it, and you know, man, and with lighter guns, you would be like this, because a real gun, you can't do this. I go off, and you shooting somebody, right? So that's to be technical. Everybody in the corporate media will act like, oh well, he shouldn't have been in the club.
I don't want to hear that.
Oh, he shouldn't have.
Y'all disagree?
He said it was a lighter gun.
Put it in the chat.
All right. He didn't post that. He didn't post.
We'll talk about it.
Somebody else posted that was in the club. So you got to
just hear me out.
Right? He apologized for it.
This is what corporate media don't want to talk about. But they be scared to go to these communities. They be scared to go to the strip club.
And then on his friend's Instagram, again, you see what looks to be a real firearm, and John Wick is holding it. But he didn't post that, right? Again, they're riding around Memphis. They're riding around Memphis. With jewelry, money. You're a superstar. You're riding around Memphis in a drop-top car with a superstar, with jewelry, money, and everything. Now, if you know anything about Memphis, in the last 2 years, there's been some three rapper deaths in Memphis, robberies in Memphis.
All the stars getting robbed and killed.
Young Dog.
Say so. Pete just got killed 3 weeks ago. Sauce Walker just got shot.
That showed
3 weeks ago
in
Memphis.
Showed Morant a lot of love. They killed him. John Morant is a superstar. He's driving around and he has a gun on his lap in Memphis. If you know anything about Memphis, it's the gun state. It's where they kill a lot of politicians. It's where all goes down. Right?
Right.
I believe Selma's in Memphis. I believe all that stuff, they have a long history. So instead of trolling, let's talk about the history of Memphis.
Facts.
Let's talk about where John Morant is.
The Kennedy got killed in Memphis.
Is he in danger or not? Because he got millions of dollars. He should not be putting himself in these positions, but he lives in a dangerous city. New York City is a dangerous city. So all those players in the city got to be careful. Guess what?
Remember?
When I was coming up, I heard Marbury got robbed for his jewelry.
Sorry, Marbury.
Just hanging out in Manhattan. They just came up to them and robbed him. I heard Carmelo got robbed for his jewelry.
Melo.
I heard a lot of basketball players get attacked at strip clubs throughout the nation. So no, me coming out of that as a gun owner, as a legal gun owner and a supporter of firearms in this nation, I agree with
John Morant having a gun at all times when he's out in this world.
Me as a gun owner, I agree with
not just John Morant.
Management.
They better all be having some type of security and protection.
When this is going on, 21 years old, little immature minded with a gun, and I'm as a gun owner, you have to grow. From the first day you buy your gun in the store, you're growing.
Gotta mature fast, John.
It's first, right? So that's what I'll say to Mr. John Wick. But now all the celebration stuff, he should know better. You know what? 3 years ago, he was almost the face of the league. And then he went to that incident with the gun stuff, and they suspended him.
They just want him dancing, though.
You know what I mean? And messed with him.
It's like us being jigaboos.
And now they don't want him to be the face no more, so now they're nitpicking. But they let LeBron get away with the ice and fame. They let AD get away with the ice and fame. And the three-pointer, the three-pointer extendo rifle. But he said it's ice in the brain, so they say it's ice in the vein. So, hey, King James, right? And the rest of the league, as soon as they hit a three-pointer, the fire guns in their head. So now it's illegal. It should be illegal for everybody. Everybody should be getting fined for it.
Everybody.
You know?
Not just John Wick.
The grenade celebration was awesome.
Genius.
It This is Bang Time USA Media or Bang USA Sports, and I'm with everything. That's the state of
Check
America.
the temperature
right
of America right now.
Corporate media needs to talk about. Let's talk about the state of America. How we using sports to manipulate you. How we using sports
Distraction,
to take
distraction,
your mind off
distraction.
of what's really happening. Your rights are being violated. Your rights are being taken away from you.
Bang.
The 1965 Act was removed.
Bang.
They're trying to act like slavery never existed. They're trying
Bang.
to change the past.
Bang.
So they don't have to feel guilty for the atrocities. They
Bang, bang, bang.
Now, you're not going to say this on your corporate platform, but all of you have your own platform. All of you like to talk politics on any other level. All of you are taking part in the distraction. All of you. I don't care if you're white, black, Spanish,
bang, bang,
Chinese, Matsui. I don't care. All of you are taking part in it. Y'all not holding Agent Orange accountable.
Nope.
Nah, we want to talk about Kyrie Irving now. But 3 years ago, y'all didn't want to talk about Kyrie Irving. 3 years ago, y'all was trying to get Kyrie Irving to retire. 3 years ago, y'all was trying to make sure Kyrie Irving doesn't get a contract.
Remember?
3 years ago, y'all was trying to make sure he didn't have a place to go.
Remember?
Supporting those narratives
of
Agent Orange and then the rest of them. And then what it comes out is Kyrie Irving happened to be right.
Yep.
Over time,
yep,
we realized Kyrie Irving happened to be right. And they, at the time,
corporate media,
were trying to make him be wrong. And they,
NBA,
at the time, were trying to get you, the American people, to put something in their body that none of them could speak for or confirm. Right? And Kyrie Irving spoke up on that. And they, you people in corporate media, put that stuff in your body in order to make it to the next day, right? That's what y'all did. And
go to
you
work.
People in corporate media ended up coming up with COVID anyway.
Yep.
So that's what I mean by Kyrie being right. Did anybody correct themselves? No. They still went to the bullshit narrative.
It was about distracting you, setting the narrative.
Now everybody want to ride free thinking. Kyrie. He take them to the finals, the conference finals, and he's playing great. And now everybody want to ride Kyrie because he's well-grounded and founded. And when you well-grounded and founded, it be your own corporate media. It be your own to sell you down the river or to add to the distraction and make it look like you're the problem. And then they come out and they invite people to challenge them. And when people challenge them, they call you weak. They set a new narrative.
Or broke. Or what do you know?
So
you don't have education.
Pay attention. I'm your host, BANGUSA.
Salute.
USA Sports, and that was the recap. This is the recap show for the playing games and the raw intentions and the things I had scrambled around my mind. I have a lot more. I'm about to go live.
Salute, everybody. That was BANGUSA Sports, and I just wanted to let y'all see, make sure I went over everything I was supposed to, and yeah, man. I thank y'all for being here and watching this. If you watched it and you stayed and you watching it after on the playback, just hit the like button and anything you disagree with, y'all all agree with, disagree with, anything y'all want to add to it, anything y'all want to remember, anything I forgot, anything I left out. If a player is offended in something I said, jump in the chat, we'll talk about it. Next time on the show, whether I go live or I do a video, I'll mention it. I'll give you the credit. I'll say whatever because I'm not scared. You know what I mean? I'm not scared. I respect the game. I respect people, but I see y'all. I see all of y'all, what everybody's doing for themselves. And then they're not trying to take the accountability for hurting others in the things they're doing for themselves. But when it comes to the retrospect of sports, I love sports, and yeah, playoff season is here. This is BANGUSA Sports. With that said, I'll see y'all next time. Salute. Bang!
So far, forced for the 49ers defense.
Salute. Welcome to BANGUSA Inc. Bang.
So if anyone in your family has
Bang moment coming to you.
check the mail for your renewal.
Live from BANGUSA Sports and Banging.
Did you do some work?
Welcome to BANGUSA Inc.
Don't get me wrong, spit about it. Throw your hands up. I wanna know something though. Everyone's talking about how much guns they got. Everyone's talking about how much they keep it real. And everyone's talking about how many niggas they kill. But I wanna know how everybody's a gangster. Where's the snitches at? Where's the bitches at? Where's the niggas that just can't take the pressure, man? Where's the set trippers, the fiends, and backstabbers? Cause I